Hi everybody, my name is Jessica, and this is my channel Plant Hooker. It's finally a plant day! Well, due to things that are beyond my control, I had to purchase a new car. And thanks to said new car, plant videos will be few and far between, because it'll be mostly plant chores that I may be able to post, with the odd new plant here and there, because unfortunately I won't be able to do my Port Hawkesbury shopping videos, my Sydney plant shopping videos, because I just can't afford to anymore, because the new car is now a very big bill. So I will do what I can when I can. I just hope you can all be patient with me and appreciate what content can come out after this. But I am doing a how to care video today, and today I'm bringing out my Silver Dichondra, or Silver's Pony's Foot, Silver Nickel Vine, Silver Argentea, or TA, or Silver Falls. Yeah, this is a species of flowering plant, part of the Convolvulaceae family. It's the same family that morning glories are part of, and it is a creeping, climbing plant that's xerophytic, which means it can kind of act like a cactus, but it's not a cactus. And so what it means is it has a moist period and a dry period. So, because these guys do need a, what would you call it? Like a hibernation period, kinda. So, or dormancy, sorry, a dormant period. I don't know why that word left my brain there. Yeah. Is native to like New Mexico, Texas, Mexico, Colombia, Bolivia, Northwest Argentina, and Southeast Brazil. Now, this plant has been known in the past to be a remedy for like people with issues with bile. It's been used as an anti-abortive, like, because when you eat this plant, it loosens the muscles of your uterine wall, so it can actually cause you to have a natural abortion. It's been also used as a laxative, cure for ant bites, headaches, regulates fever, relieves toothaches, tonsillitis, heart problems. Yeah. But mind you, it's not a full-on toxic plant. Like, it has to be listed as toxic to cats because it can give them like an upset stomach. So it is considered low to mild toxic. And a lot of places do consider it as non-toxic. But some, like, I guess, famous Latin American doctors that would use this is one of them. It would be Juan de Estenefer, and he used to use this as a decoction against protruding tripe. Now, what that is where your stomach lining like lets go, and like your stomach will protrude out. So it's been used for that. Tripe is also something that people eat. I think it's mostly like sheep and cows. And then there's another doctor, Maximino Martinez. He used to use this as an anti-inflammatory against bilious diseases. But then he would also say, use it as a last resort, because apparently this would cause idiocy in those patients. Yeah. Things to learn. That's just like a little history on this plant. Now, when it comes to like care, I keep mine indoors. These are treated as annuals in like my hardiness zone of 5A, 5B. Because these guys cannot overwinter here. Their true hardiness zone is at 10 to 12. But because it does need like a hibernation period, I keep mine in my porch. So the reason why it's a little bit on the stringy side is because that's not a very big window that it's in. But usually sometimes when it's really nice out, I'll put it outside so then it gets nice and sunny. Now this thing also makes little tiny white flowers. Let's see. And they're hard to see sometimes. But if I can, it's not going to focus. But will it focus? If everything is blocked out of the way, no, it's not. But I'll insert a picture here of what the flowers look like. But yeah. Now, I'll water this guy at this time of year about every 5 days. During the winter time, it might be closer to like 10 to 20 days because of their dormancy. They also don't like to be fertilized. They don't like to be cleaned. They don't like to be sprayed. They like to be just left alone and doing their own thing. No, Diaz. No, don't rub that. Diaz. Really, buddy? Do you want to say hi? There. Okay, Diaz. You're being a really... Sorry, my cat's a jerk. So yeah, they do like full sun and part shade. Or part sun, part shade, full sun. It's basically whichever is best for your growing conditions. There. Now, when it comes to soil, the best soils, of course, for these guys is the all-purpose or the all-purpose garden. Mine, however, he's in my conglomerate mix, which is like perlite, orchid bark, tropical, and I think cocoa coir is in here as well. Not 100% sure. But when it comes to pest, I've never had an issue with pests with these guys, probably because he's kept all the way in my porch and he's the only plant in there and nobody goes in there. Nobody. None of these other plants go in there. Closest they go is the bathroom. Stop it. Now the ideal temperatures for these guys are between 5 and 35 degrees Celsius, which is about 41 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. And the best times to put them outside, if your hardiness zone is like 5B, 5A, is between June and September. If you're above a 10, you can have him outside year-round. Now, the lowest temperatures these guys have been known to survive, so if you lose power in your house, you have him inside, and he's overwintering or whatnot, the lowest temperatures these guys have been known to survive is minus 9 degrees Celsius, which is 15 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. Yeah. Now, he is in a hanging pot, like he does hang in that window. These guys are great for hanging pots because they can be as big as 50 centimeters to about 200 centimeters. So about 20 inches to 79 inches. Now, when it comes to common problems with these guys, one is yellowing leaves, and that is a sign of overwatering due to root rot and poor drainage. So You have, even though they like to be watered quite a bit, they don't like to be soaked or to stay soaked. Drooping leaves can be both overwatering or underwatering. It depends on the plant. You'd have to basically check your soil just to make sure you didn't overwater it or you're not underwatering it. And sometimes the leaves, see how this one is curling? That's a sign of overwatering. Sometimes they do go back to normal after it has been overwatered, but a lot of times they don't. Your leaves will be curled for the rest of that leaf's life. Now, and as I said before, I've never dealt with pests with these guys, but they are plagued with whiteflies and aphids. But as I said, he's a dandy plant, other than it's hard to get him to grow in that one window there where the environment is best suited for him. But as I said, if you can get them outside more often, perfect, because then they'll really spruce right up. So I'll put an example of like a really big one here. Just so you can see how it grows. But yeah, no, I would recommend, I don't recommend the Silver Dichondra for first-time plant owners, because to be honest, this is my second one. Yeah, I was a very bad plant parent when I had my first one because I actually overwatered it. So it's more for like medium plant people. Or if you just want an annual plant and you want to stick it outside and let it crawl along someplace, that's perfect. Here in Nova Scotia, it's not considered an invasive species, but some places in the States it is. So, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, you can always give me a thumbs down. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But if you really liked the video, subscribe. And as always, live long, plant on.